Hi everyone, welcome back to my creative ego. So I was not expecting to be off of my channel for this long, so I do apologize for the really long wait. But I do have the Alice in Wonderland theme Tuesday morning haul that I was talking about last time, so I hope you guys are curious to see today's haul. And of course, it's supposed to be Alice in Wonderland, but because we are in the Christmas weeks of winter, I decided to put together an Alice in Winter Wonderland theme haul. So I'm hoping to get in as many iconic Alice in Wonderland characters as I can. In addition to that, you will be seeing all of my purchases from Tuesday morning, so this is also a Tuesday morning haul. And eventually you'll see a scrapbook unfold, so I guess we should unlock some imagination and get started. And similar to all of my haul videos, if you need the SKU number or if you need to look at the description a little bit longer, go ahead and press the pause button. So right now you are seeing the Spellbinders item. It's called Labels 56, and each of these designs actually have a different border on it. So for me personally, I really love the largest die on here. I love the design on here. It's really pretty. And you can also, once again, stack all of these. So a total of 4 pieces. So you did see this earlier on the front cover of my scrapbook. Now let's move on to pages 2 and 3. So you do see these vintage ornaments. I honestly, I don't know, sometimes I don't read when I'm in the store. I kind of just grab and go. And it's actually kind of funny because sometimes you don't realize how much you actually picked up until you get to the register to pay and you hear this.
Whoa.
So this particular one, I don't know what I was thinking, but in the store I kind of thought that maybe you could take out the center of these. No, you can't. They're one solid piece. So each of the ornaments, you get 3 ornaments and then that topper. It's a really tiny piece, but I got to tell you guys, that makes all the difference. And yes, it's like night and day. So on this particular die, for me, lessons learned are 1, use a solid colored cardstock, nothing that's too busy, and 2, if you have an embossing mat, it definitely does help to use that as well. But I really do love this set as well. I can imagine using it and creating so many whimsical effects like on scrapbook pages. Like as you can see here, you can have them cascading down. You can have like, I have the little white rabbit carrying the ornament as well. So I think it's a really cute set. And then also on this page, you can see that I did use some embossing folders to create some of the mats that you see from my photos later on. So that one was by Crafter's Companion. This is actually a 6x6 embossing folder. I'm not sure this is the right SKU number. It does say Kringle & Co., but there's actually no Santa Claus in this particular pack. And another funny thing is, on the top it says 25, it has it circled, so I would assume that's like the amount of pieces that are supposed to be in here. There's actually 24 pieces in here. And the funny thing is, I was trying to use this little reindeer piece, and so I kind of like went for hours just trying to look for it among all the little mess that I made in my room. I couldn't find it, and it was like, you know, when you get to that point, you're like, where's this piece? I know I have it. And so I took a closer look and I actually don't have this piece in the pack. They actually replaced it with a little cardinal. So it wasn't me, it was the pack all this time. But I thought that was pretty funny. So if you got this pack and you're looking for this little character, it might be that it was replaced with a different piece of ephemera. So as you can see, this is a really nice set to be able to just, you know, decorate your scrapbook with. So that's what I use to decorate my Tweedledee and Tweedledum page. And hopefully there's a lot of Alice in Wonderland fans out there that kind of are understanding all the links to everything, I guess. I don't know. Otherwise, it just kind of sounds like nonsense. But that would also kind of be following along the lines of Alice in Wonderland as well, as she kind of introduces like the whole story with, if I had a world of my own, everything would be nonsense, nothing would be what it is because everything would be what it isn't, and contrary-wise, what it is, it wouldn't be, and what it wouldn't be, it would.
Huh? What?
And then the characters just continue to get more and more interesting, kind of like this caterpillar right here. this little caterpillar, he's always saying like, who are you? And so I thought that would be really cute to put on here as well. So this stamp set is actually from Dear Lizzie. And then, of course, we have the mushrooms because as Alice gets taller or shorter, she eats one side of the mushroom. And I don't know, it's probably information overload with the cartoon itself, but it's a very, very interesting cartoon. If you haven't seen it, I don't know, I'm a fan of the Disney cartoon version. And so that's actually what I'm also buying my goddaughter this year as one of her gifts because I don't know, I just think it's so much creativity and so much imagination. It's really, really, in my opinion, a really great cartoon. And I am sure you guys are going to be familiar with this next character, which is the Cheshire Cat. And so he's always giving directions, or rather confusing directions. So I thought that this would be a really great stamp set to go with it. So this is Bo Bunny. This one's actually called Traveler, but I believe the SKU number, I don't know if you can hunt it down with this particular SKU number. I know there was a time frame where a lot of the Bo Bunny stamps were mislabeled, but you were still able to find it with that SKU number. So I'll just give you the name of the actual stamp, which is, again, Bo Bunny Traveler stamp. So the stamp says, not all who wander are lost, and then you have the compass. And with these 4 stamps, the sky's the limit. So you can create flowers, fancy flowers, a bow, fire and logs, eyes, butterfly, a side profile of a butterfly, hearts, balloons, flower with leaves, a necklace, a chain, 2 chains, a bracelet, a friendship bracelet, a charm bracelet, and if you really, really, really want to stretch it, maybe even a bunch of grapes.
No.
So this one is also another Bo Bunny stamp. This one comes with 3 pieces. This is called wall-to-wall textures. So first one kind of has like that brick type texture. The other one's kind of like the pavement, kind of like with rocks or maybe like a river rock bed. And the third stamp kind of has like a wood grain or wood planks. So the Cheshire Cat is actually one of my favorites, but now that I put all of this together, I was kind of thinking to myself, I should have turned him into like a green and red cat, kind of like for Christmas. So we have the Cheshire Cat, and then the little frame here is actually outlined with this wall-to-wall texture stamp. And I don't know, it's one of my favorite pages. And then on the right-hand side, you can see the Cheshire Cat. It's in the middle of winter. And I think this one right here was slightly influenced by Korn's channel because she was showing a lot of her winter images of snow, and then she also had the squirrels. It is nothing like that in my area, so we are still in the middle of fall, as you can see by this tree here. Yeah, I'm kind of at the point where I refuse to rake the lawn until all the leaves have fallen because there's just so many. You clean them up and there's more to come. And actually, all of the pages that you see, all the background, the main pieces of cardstock that you see for this scrapbook are actually from this scrapbook pad, which is by DCWV. So again, it has another whimsical effect to it because it has unicorns in it, as well as your Christmas themes. So they are double-sided. I'm just going to do a really quick flip through if you haven't seen this because, you know, sometimes when you're in the store, you always try to get a little glimpse, but then it has those 2 stickers on the side. So all you get to see is like the bottom of the paper stack. For this page, it says, "'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse." But I really wanted to put this little mouse on there. So he's stirring in a pot of tea, I guess. And then we have the Mad Hatter. So more of the Mad Hatter to come, as well as the March Hare. And of course, we haven't gotten to the King or Queen yet. So I'm actually going to create a part 2 because usually my files are really, really big because I do a lot of editing, as you can probably tell. So stay tuned for part 2. I will try to upload that later on today when I get home, or maybe even tomorrow. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Cheshire Cat will point you in the right direction. So you just hit on that little flower icon to subscribe. And on the bottom, you can hit on the bell if you want to be notified of all of my new videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week.